Introduction. The rhythm of the strong. Why do the truly strong speak with altruism, yet act with profound self-interest? They are not hypocrites. They simply operate on a rhythm entirely different from yours. While the weak are still fighting over who is right, the strong are already calculating the actual outcome. The weak use words as weapons to defend their fragile dignity. They open their mouths only to argue, desperately trying to prove their strength by overpowering others in conversation. But the strong have long seen through the underlying logic of language. Language serves only two true purposes: to provide emotional value and to exchange information. Any verbal argument beyond this is a tragic dissipation of your life force. As Lao Tzu revealed in the Tao Te Ching, truthful words are not beautiful. Beautiful words are not truthful. Good men do not argue. Those who argue are not good. The truly strong never engage in debates, because they know that a victory of the lips is often the most expensive cost in human relationships. Here are the 6 dimensions of mastering the survival rule of verbal altruism, behavioral egoism. First, the filter selective altruism. Being verbally altruistic does not mean being endlessly agreeable to everyone. A mature, self-interested mindset requires a crucial prerequisite. You must know how to filter. With high-level, high-energy individuals, you can be completely open, trading value with genuine altruism to grow the pie together. But for low-level, easily enraged individuals, you never argue. You do not try to change them with altruistic words. You simply maintain superficial politeness, avoid entanglement, and physically distance yourself. If someone only takes and lacks gratitude, your verbal kindness will only invite their greed. Altruism is an investment, not a blind obligation. In draining relationships, maintaining silence and distance is the ultimate wisdom. Second, inner cultivation, the source of kindness. You might ask, I know I should speak kindly, but I can't help losing my temper. This simply means your inner self is unstable. If a person's core is depleted and anxious, they see the world as full of thorns, and their words become thorny too. Only when your inner self is abundant do you have the surplus energy to be altruistic. You must face your desires honestly. Do not feel ashamed of self-interest. This is not selfishness, it is self-consistency. Satisfy yourself before you give. Lao Tzu said, cultivate virtue in yourself and it becomes real. You must fill your own cup first. Otherwise, your altruism becomes a resentful sacrifice that will eventually consume you. Once you complete this inner alignment, you transform. You become soft on the outside, yet sharp and unbreakable on the inside. Third, breaking illusions, relinquishing the ego. Many fall into the trap of thinking that if they don't show aggression, they will be seen as weak. They use sarcasm or dominance to establish authority. But this only exposes deep insecurities. The truly abundant do not need to elevate themselves by putting others down. Lao Tzu said, the greatest skill seems clumsy. The strong showing verbal vulnerability and altruism is in essence the ultimate skill. Those who must fight until they are red in the face desperately need that false sense of superiority to fill their inner void. The strong carry their own light. They don't need to extract energy from someone else's defeat. Fourth, tracing the source, the logic of value. Why can the strong be so altruistic in speech? Because they understand human exchange. If you speak with thorns, you provide negative value. The other person will either attack or leave, and your goal collapses. If you speak with altruism, providing emotional value or useful information, you accumulate goodwill. Lao Tzu wrote, fish cannot leave deep waters, and a state's sharpest weapons should not be shown to the people. Your sharp edges, your true motives, do not display them easily. Hide your sharpness within, and present a smooth exterior to the world. Be round on the outside, square on the inside. The square is your unyielding bottom line. The round is the comfortable bed of altruism you offer the world. Fifth, the mindset retreat to advance. The brilliance of this mindset lies in advancing through retreat. Ordinary people fight for every inch of conversation, only to hit walls in reality. The strong know how to yield. They step back in arguments, giving away the sweet words, the ego boost, and the emotional value to others. But when it comes to core interests and principles, they do not yield an inch. This is the Taoist principle of the soft overcoming the hard. Water is deeply altruistic. It nourishes all things and flows to the lowest places. But it is also deeply self-interested. It always reaches its destination, circumventing rocks and dropping off cliffs without hesitation. People pleasers are exhausted because they are altruistic in both words and actions, emptying themselves. The strong give emotionally but act purposefully. 6. Ascension. High-dimensional altruism. If you only fight alone, you will rarely reach the top. A purely competitive logic breeds jealousy and malice. Truly ambitious people know they cannot carry massive success alone. Lao Tzu perfectly summarized this. It is because he is not self-interested that his self-interest is fulfilled. When you expand your perspective, the goodwill and help you project outward will inevitably return to you. This is why the truly successful are often tolerant and lack hostility. Their capacity to tolerate others' flaws allows them to integrate resources. The more people you can accommodate, the greater the things you can achieve. Conclusion. Put away your verbal battles. Put away your harshness. True strength is not crushing others with words, but fulfilling yourself through actions. Speak kind words, but execute your goals flawlessly. Give the face to others and keep the substance for yourself. Offer the emotional value, but hold the actual benefits. This is not just a survival tactic. It is a high level of spiritual cultivation. Remember, because he does not contend, no one in the world can contend with him. When you stop fighting for the momentary thrill of an argument, the whole world will make way for you. Live with a soft exterior and a firm core, and step into a life of infinite depth.